Alright, what do we have here? We have a whammy bar in place.
You can just pull that thing out.
Oh, it's just a pull-out?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to hope.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
I don't see much else wrong with it. How's the action?
Bad. I was hoping you could help me with that too.
Oh, look at this speaker wire just kind of jammed underneath the spring.
Yeah, whoever replaced the pickups did not do the best job, I don't think.
I don't know about this glob of solder on this wire here. I don't know what that's about. The solder connections look okay. I'm guessing you haven't heard this thing.
I have not heard it yet.
So you have no idea if it sounds like...
Well, I mean, I've heard the guitars before, but like this one in particular, no, I don't know what it sounds like.
So that's easy enough to fix. This, I don't blame him. That's friggin' tricky to get that. Now, mind you, I think they say you don't even have to ground EMG pickups, so... Do you have a cover for this?
I do. I didn't bring it, though. Like a full...
Okay.
Wait, maybe I did bring it. No, never mind. No, I didn't.
Alright, well... First things first, I kind of want to get that solder glob out of there. That went quick. That looks like it's okay. As long as we have no bad solder joints. But then they are EMGs, and EMGs are like force feed tone.
Yeah.
It's like if you got a guitar that sounds like shit, and nothing will make it sound good, EMGs usually
Put EMGs in it and just brick your signal, and that's cool. It'll sound okay.
And what's going on this connector here? Oh. 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 What is this? So the power line's not supposed to be going to the pot.
Yeah. That seems...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about wiring, but I feel like that's wrong.
You took a good look though and you were like, yeah, no?
Well, I looked and I was like, yeah, this needs to get fixed probably. It's cool because I like know somebody. But I wasn't like, yeah, I wasn't about to try to fix anything myself. Number one, I don't have the tools. Number two, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I think that tone pot's mostly wired the right way. And the volume pot mostly looks like it's wired the right way. So other than the power line going to the other half of the tone pot, these are actual EMGs, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Fresh strings? What's wrong with the action?
I think the neck's not the straightest. The action, that bridge is weird as fuck. I've never really seen something like that before. I think it's like Ibanez's like in-house made something or other.
Yeah, they usually are.
Yeah, especially on like older ones.
It looks like it's sitting right.
Try fretting anything on any of the middle strings though. It's like
oh,
middle strings. Yeah. Don't much know how to fix that.
it's just sitting too low.
Yeah.
Like I know you might like it being that tight, but that's abnormally tight.
I don't need it to be like that tight. I just don't need it to be like...
Fortunately, your neck looks straight, so...
Like, I feel like aside from the, like the guy maintained it well, like, I must say.
Just gotta get these puppers up. First time. Oh, you know what's awesome? The audio is totally not recording.
Audio being on the whole time, or being off the whole time.
I'm new to this.
Yeah. Do you edit everything yourself and you...
Yeah.
Just taught yourself how to do it?
Yeah. I have to go back and redo a few videos if I actually want to seriously post them to YouTube or something. It looks like it might need a bit of fret work.
Right, but
Yeah, this string here, because like I got the action so that they all seem pretty well. And do you have an Allen key? Because the action is really something simple.
I do have a whole set of them.
All you pretty much do is adjust this up and down until it does what you want it to do. Intonation and neck adjustment's more complicated, but that you'll just do it a taste on your own. So it's in roughly the right spot, and you could probably bring it up a bit more. But I'm seeing a fret divot on this particular string here,
Yeah.
and that's causing it to still buzz out. But then the other ones are okay.
All right. Well, assuming that the fret is dead, and I need to get some fret work done on it. I don't think you're a fretwork person, are you?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Like if I can adjust it, I know how to do it. If I can rewire it, I know how to do it. But
you can't really.
That kind of physicality, I never actually got tooled up and practiced on it, because that's more of an artistic finesse. Let's bring that up a bit. Ooh. You were talking about replacing this bridge?
I was talking about replacing it because it's ugly as fuck and weird, but I don't know if it's got, and that's a weird locking nut too. Never seen a locking nut like that before.
I have. It's like kind of like a conversion kind of deal.
Okay. Never, I don't really like well, I mean, I haven't played it much, but like the bridge is weird looking. It seems like it's like just hilariously chunky.
Well, the only concern that I would have with this bridge is that, this guy. So there's saddle height there. That's fine, which is funny that you have both saddle height and action, because sometimes you have one or the other. Bridges with those kind of saddle height adjustments usually don't have these adjustments here.
Really?
Yeah, usually. Intonation is your real,
It's back there, I think.
Okay, you're gonna be okay then. So what the hell are these
So let's see.
screws here for?
These, okay, so I put new strings in this, so you pull those out and you pop them out. That's kind of like where the small like blocks would be for like a Floyd, but they got a screw in them. So the string ball end is down there.
So you have to take those off to put in the
Strings, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a weird bridge, man, like I said.
Because like the only thing that I'm seeing here is these screws are getting pretty rounded out and worn out.
Which ones?
The block screws. So like that's a red flag one day.
Yeah, like eventually I'll probably need to replace it. But
Otherwise, if you set this guy up nice, the fact that you can intonate it from the bottom and you don't need a special tool is like huge.
yeah, you don't need the weird Floyd tool.
Yeah. I have a bunch of Floyd tools, but I'm missing the one for the plain Floyd, and my favorite guitar has the plain Floyd, so that's kind of balls.
Go figure, eh?
Now, if this is anything like a Floyd, you want to lock it and keep it locked.
Right. I don't have them locked right now. They're just kind of sitting in there.
Half because if you run it unlocked and let the strings chafe in and out of the lock, you wear out the lock nuts.
Sure.
If you have a Floyd that doesn't want to stay in tune, chances are you need to replace the lock nuts.
Right.
Which you don't have an option to do. Well,
I mean, you could get ones like that. It wouldn't be the same as those. You can get similar ones, but like
Yeah.
that is a weird one.
I guess this is a hybrid that you can do either or. You can run it locked or run it unlocked.
I think you can. I mean, in theory, you could do that anything and just block any Floyd, but like.
Well, Floyds don't like it because they don't have normal nuts. And like I said, you'll wear the fuck out of the nuts if you don't lock them. But this guy has a normal nut.
Like a strat nut.
Yeah. So
is weird.
It's not going to care as much. Soldering iron should be heated up now. So this is not supposed to be attached for some reason. the power was attached to the other side of the tone. That has to go back on there, which we could probably solder into place. We just have to peel back this skin. That's good now.
Cool.
Now this is supposed to go. That terminal needs to be signal. So that terminal is signal, that's going to be the battery. It's just a case of figuring out that's ground, that's proper. So assuming this guy is in the right position. I'm guessing this wire just broke off and they didn't know what the frig to do with it.
That's what happened. That's what he told me. When I bought the guitar today, he's like, this broke and I don't know how to fix it. I was like,
Well,
okay, well,
how to fix it or where to put it.
yeah, or something like that. I forget exactly.
Just work that mess out. Pull up the old pieces of wire. Alright. Yeah, that looks correct. So, battery's gonna sit in there. Alright, well, get that through the hole. Wrap it around. Wrap it around right nice, yes. And fusion. Alright, I need to polish this. Just to make a fresh spot on the bridge. So we're trying to connect the ground wire to the bridge, which we do for good measure. But again, I don't even think you're supposed to do that for EMGs. I vaguely recall the last time I installed EMGs, the instructions said not to connect the ground wire or to actually disconnect it.
Is that because they have? Is that because of like they have that quick connect thing? That's like, is that? I'm not really sure.
No, I don't think it has to do with the quick connect. I'm not sure why the EMGs.
I don't really know why that pickup has endured so much. Honestly, like I'm not even the biggest fan
pickup?
of like the EMG. Like,
Oh,
I'm not a huge like. It's like I guess what you said. Like, it's an easy way to make like a metal guitar sound decent. But like I don't love the pickups. I just don't really like feel like spending the money on like replacements right now.
okay. Well, with EMGs, they've been around forever. People know them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they're instant results. Passive pickups, it depends on your wood.
Yeah, you got
They have to match your wood.
gotta
EMGs will give you consistency in just about everything.
Yeah.
Because so many celebrities endorse them, people mindlessly
Just
follow.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the 81 and the 85 series are...
Yeah.
So why people still use them, I don't understand. The 60 and 60A, way better. AB them against the blackouts and you know, they're a modernized EMG. So like they're actually good in my opinion. But the 81, unless you're plugging it into an 800, that's the only time it made sense. When I got my 800, plugged the 81 into an overdrive, plugged into the 800, it's like, oh, it makes sense now. I finally figured out how this actually sounds good. So we had to grind a spot on the bridge, just get some fresh metal, use the torch to heat up the metal a lot. Then we got the solder to stick to it. We have the ground wire in place now.
And I've had ground wires on EMG rigs for a long time, so I know it's not gonna hurt it. So this should be operational now. These locks, I feel like there's probably something loose in there.
They have these weird plates on the bottom of them.
Yeah.
That I know the middle one is loose. I haven't fixed it. You would just have to. So I sort of looked at. I sort of did a little bit of this. I kind of at least took it apart while I was doing strings because it turns out you have to.
Oh, I think I got it.
Got it? Sick.
Yeah. So is it within, what are you tuning to here?
C sharp standard.
So drop B then.
Drop B it is, I guess.
All right, well, we have to basically test this thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, we should be screaming weasel. I'm not used to these picks, sir.
Oh yeah, they're weird.
And because it's a floating bridge, you're chasing the dragon, tuning it up.
Yes, as I've grown accustomed to.
And then you have to stretch the strings. Lock it, stretch the strings, unlock it. Or, well, I guess you could. Oh, C sharp, C sharp, C sharp. I was going to C sharp. And then E, and G sharp, C sharp. G sharp, C sharp. Oh, should move. Oh! And then you have to readjust your bridge and start all over again. What? That bridge sank. That's probably your string stretching.
Probably.
Did you give them a good stretch yet?
Not really, no. I literally stuck them on and then was like, get to it.
It's funny just seeing the bridge sink like that. C sharp. Oh, did I do that battery? So C sharp, G sharp. Oh boy. It's fine, C sharp, F sharp, B, E, G sharp, C sharp. Machine heads need a little bit of a snugging.
Probably.
Okay, we gotta do something about this guy. Because that's just gonna cause problems falling everywhere. Any tapes you have ejections to?
No. Is that hockey tape? Grip tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I mean, how is it? Oh, it's not favorable. So that should be C sharp. That should be C sharp. Oh, it's on. That should be F. That one looks good. That means it's high. That
Which means
it
you
needs
probably
to go
have
a little
to-
bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks pretty in. Now, do these move without any locking feature? Oh, they do. Oh, that was just loose.
Huh.
Now, do you know what these little... Oh, those bolt the saddles too, so
Yeah.
that should move. Okay. Those are intonation locks.
Close enough. Oh boy. See on there? She's tight. There we go. Cool. Wait. Yeah. See how much right now? Cool.
I know, right?
It's not your fault or my fault. Guitars are just stupid. And I don't know why I play them.
Well, they're fun to play. They're just fun to maintain.
Oh, this is actually the other way. Oh, it's too sharp. Or opposite. Oh, I'm just confused by that. He's going a bit, yeah. That's good. He's laying my tuner. It's not use the tuner. Okay, that way it's that arrow. That way it's that arrow. Okay. That's the chair. Almost. Come on now. Let's see something here. Oh, I'm over here. No. Yeah, I'm wearing the attachments off here. So are you gonna do this? No. There's a non-stop friend like Ben. Like, I'm shooting there. It's like in the room. So room. Where do you shit No. So the chair room. So like, there's just like always just like them saying stupid shit. I'm like, oh, cool. They're saying stupid shit. Yeah, so you have like a chat room for when I do stuff. Yeah. Basically just kind of okay, doing. Yeah, just talking shit. Just say, I'm not shooting. I don't care. I don't care. We talk about this stuff. I'm sure you guys are shooting me. Oh, like so. I'm not freaking guys. Yeah, guys, all people fix their shit. We're assholes sometimes.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You'll stay there. And of course, when the intonational is done, it kind of has that cliche
Yeah.
pattern to it where it's like one up, up, down, up, up.
Yeah, it could never just be right in a line, right?
I just noticed it always has that pattern
Always.
most of the time. Sometimes not, but so how in tune is this thing still now?
What's your here? Your Have you?
Alright, we're this guy here. Let's find the proper Allen. Oh, that was nice, the first one I picked.
3 in a row, eh? Not bad. Sick. Thank you.
Glad to be out of that sitting position.
Fuck yeah.
Now the payoff. Fucking give it a test.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. We got wires hung up. I think they're contractually obligated to do that.
Contractually obligated.
Oh, yeah. All right. Play that beautiful beam footage. Oh, that works. The question is there certain chords you can play where you can hear if the intonation's off or on? That's the only thing I'm worried about now.
You definitely would hear that if it was bad.
All right, we're good. Oh, wait, this is your pick.
Sure is.
Oh, you have 2 picks.
I have all kinds of picks. What,
That's surprisingly exhausting, sitting there like,
yeah, that's why I didn't feel like doing it. I was like, what if I pay someone?
And then, like, sitting straight, and you're like,
You're like, I'm not used to this. I sit slouched. At least I do anyway.